high AC voltage generation can be classified into high AC voltage with power frequency, then high AC voltage with high frequencies. A single transformer unit can be used for generation of HVAC for less than 100 kV. For higher voltage requirement, construction becomes difficult and costly due to the installation problem. Consequently, the transportation and the erection of large transformers become difficult. And in order to overcome these drawbacks, cascading of transformer units can be used. And high voltage generation with power frequency can be generated by using a cascaded transformer arrangement as well as the resonant transformers arrangement. First one is cascaded transformer arrangement. Here you see that here in this figure, three stages cascaded transformer arrangement is shown. Here V1 and V2 are the input and output voltage of each stage, and G is the insulation support, and A dash all are that LV, that is primary winding of each stage, and B dash is secondary winding of each unit, and C dash are the excitation winding of each unit. Here the tank of the first unit is kept at the ground potential, and that second stage, that is a second transformer unit tank is kept at an insulator with a potential of V2. That is, V2 is the output of the first unit, output voltage level. We are maintaining the voltage level of the first unit output. Then similarly for the third unit, the third cascaded unit transformer unit is kept at an insulator with the potential 2V2. Here you see that HV winding, a partial HV winding of first unit is connected to the tank of the second unit, where the LV winding of second unit is connected, and similarly for the third cases. If we use a single unit means we are getting that output as V2. If we use two stages means the output is 2V2. Then if you are using three stages means we are going to get 3V2. And the rating of the primary or LV winding is usually 230 or 400 volts for small units up to 100 kVA. For larger outputs, the rating of primary winding may be 3.3 kV or 6.6 kV or 11 kV. Next arrangement is cascaded transformer with isolating transformers. Here you see that T1, T2, T3 are three cascaded units. Then IS1, IS2 and IS3 are isolation transformer units, and C1, C2 and C3 are capacitance voltage dividers for HV measurement after first, second and third stages respectively. And V1, V2, V3 are the voltage outputs of that metering after first, second and third stages. Here you see that the isolation transformer IS1, IS2 and IS3. Here the input is derived from the power supply. Here you see here, and for the third unit also we are deriving here. After that, for third stage we are using another isolation transformers. This the transformer ratios of isolation transformer are 1:1 to their respective tank potential. Okay, and this scheme is also very expensive and requires more space, whereas the advantage of this scheme is that natural cooling is sufficient and transformers are light and compact. Furthermore, the transportation and assembly is also easier. Then this construction here, the main thing is the identical transformer should be required. Then the disadvantages of this scheme is expensive and requires more space, as we said before. And the advantages is natural cooling is sufficient. The transformers are light and compact. Then transportation and assembly is easy. The construction is identical for isolating transformers and the high voltage cascade units. The next one is resonant transformers. In resonant transformers, that is the secondary circuit is tuned to the power frequencies. Then here it consists of leakage reactance, winding resistance, magnetizing reactance, shunt capacitance across the output terminal due to bushings and HV terminals and test objects. Here the construction and equivalent circuit of resonant transformer is shown here. This is that primary transformer. T is the testing transformer, and here L0 is the magnetizing inductance and C is the capacitance of whole capacitance, HV terminal and test object. And here the equivalent circuit is shown here. Here this is the equivalent circuit of the testing transformer. We are having that primary and secondary thing. Here shown that inductor and capacitance of the test object. Okay. Naturally that resonance occurs when leakage reactance is equal to the leakage reactance is inductive reactance is equal to the capacitive reactance. Here you see that that is power frequency resonance occur when L1 plus L2 equal to 1 divided by omega c. Okay, and this arrangement can be used for cable testing, dielectric loss measurement, and partial discharge measurements, etc. And here if we need 50 to 100 kV rating with relatively large current rating, means here you have to connect the inductor in addition to that. Okay, under that situation the resonance occurs, that is omega into Le. Le is the external inductor. Le plus L equal to 1 divided by omega c, where Le is the total equivalent leakage reactance of the transformer including its regulating transformer. Then the advantages of resonant transformers are it gives a pure sinusoidal waveform and power requirement is very less. Then there is no arcing or heavy surges would not be produced, and cascading is possible for very high voltages. Simple and compact test arrangement. Then there is no surges or flashovers can't occur in this arrangement. The main disadvantages is it requires variable chokes capable of withstanding full test voltage and full current rating. Okay, here it's shown that series resonant and parallel resonant circuit. In this arrangement, we are having that input side, we are having the voltage regulator. Inside, we are having the voltage regulator, and that excitation transformer is connected to the variable inductor with load capacitance. And here the rating is given. The regulator rating is 10 to 100 kVA. Then excitation transformer rating is 10 to 100 kVA with an output voltage of about 10 kV. Then reactor voltage, that is reactor voltage up to 300 kV. As said before, that a voltage regulator is connected to the supply mains. Then the secondary winding of the exciter terminal is connected across the high voltage reactor and capacitive load C. Then L is varied by varying the R gap, and operating range is set to the ratio 10:1, and C indicates the capacitance of the test object, and C of the capacitance of measuring voltage divider all the things, test object, capacitance of voltage divider as well as high voltage bushings, etc. Then what is the advantages of parallel resistance circuit? Means it produces stable power output and high rate of rise of test voltage, that is independent of the degree of tuning and the Q factor. Next topic is generation of high frequency AC high voltages. That is, it is all that is called as another way. It is called as a Tesla coil. Otherwise, a high frequency resonant transformer. Tesla coil, or otherwise, it is also called as a high frequency resonant transformer. This high frequency AC voltages are required for a rectifier DC power supplies as well as electrical apparatus for switching surges. Okay, in order to test the electrical equipment for switching surges, we need the high frequency AC power supply. Then the advantages of this high frequency transformer or Tesla coil are: here the iron core is absent and hence saving in cost and size. Here also we can get that pure sine wave and slow buildup of voltage over few cycles, and hence there is no damage due to switching surges, and uniform distribution of voltage across the voltage coils can be maintained. This is the arrangement of Tesla coil. Here you see that this is the primary winding and the secondary winding. Here primary winding we are having that spark gap with capacitors, and here in the secondary side we are having capacitance C2. Then the primary voltage rating is 10 kV. The primary voltage rating is 10 kV. Then secondary may be rated to be as high as 500 to, here the secondary rating is 500 to 1000 kV. Then the primary is fed from either a DC or a AC supply through capacitor C1. Here the primary is fed from that supply through either AC or DC with capacitor C1. Then here the spark gap is connected across the primary in order to trigger at the desired voltage V1, which induces high self excitation. Okay, when you trigger this, you are going to get that high self excitation in the secondary, and these primary and secondary windings are wound on the insulated former with no core, that is air core, and are immersed in oils, and the windings are tuned off. The tuned frequency would be, by using the circuit we can tune the frequency between 10 and 100 kilohertz by means of capacitance C1 and C2. And thus the output voltage V2 can be obtained as a function of the parameters of L1, L2, C1 and C2, and as well as the mutual inductance. The same thing here, the explanation is given here. That is, the primary is fed from AC or DC through that. Then spark gap is connected across the primary in order to get that high self excitation. Then the primary and secondary windings are wound on an insulated transformer with no core and which are immersed in the oil. Then finally the output voltage can be obtained as the function of L1, L2, C1, C2 and mutual inductance. Then the winding resistance will be small.